Some new information just released on what's going down in the Senate today, and we have a good stimulus update, all of that to be covered in this video. Let's get into it right away. Hey everyone, welcome. Thanks so much for joining me. If you're new here or if you haven't done so yet, make sure to hit the subscribe button right down below the video, as it's totally free to do so, and this channel is your one-stop shop where you get all of the latest updates and everything you need to know right now as all of this information continues to change, and I'm very much committed and dedicated to bringing you honest, accurate, reliable, and transparent information every single day in these videos, as well as helping out each and every one of you in any way that I can, as I know it's tough out there, and I'm doing what I can to help you out through this time. Make sure that you can get all of the money and benefits that you are eligible to receive going forward. So, thank you so much for your support. I really do appreciate it. Subscribe down below, and let's get into this right away. All right, so let's just be real. Congress is a mess, right? There's no other way to say it than Congress is an absolute mess right now. So we do know that they're working on all these different projects. They have these packages on the table. They have all of these different deadlines that are coming up, and unfortunately, they're frantically working. Well, I mean, realistically, are they really frantically working? They're not working all that fast, but either way, they have all these deadlines on the table right now, and they're trying to reach them, but unfortunately, they continue to miss a lot of these deadlines. However, they do have a very important one coming up in less than 2 weeks, and they are working on some further provisions on that today, as they're going to be throwing down some votes in the Senate. And we just got some new information just a few minutes ago coming out about this, and something that Mitch McConnell did, which is a little bit unexpected. Let's be real about this. And then in just a minute, I'll give you the latest stimulus update, as we do have some other good information on this. All right, so in yesterday's video, I told you that possibly the most important vote of the entire year will be happening in the Senate today. Now, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of very important votes, but this one is going to be incredibly important, and we may just expect it to fail. However, we may have a little bit of a twist when it comes to all of this. So, when it comes to the Senate, Chuck Schumer, who is the leader of the Senate on the Democratic side, is going to be bringing to the floor for the third time in 9 days, he's going to be bringing a suspension to the debt ceiling, a vote on this in the Senate today. Now, they need 60 votes to get this thing passed. Well, we know that it's not going to get 60 votes. Well, we're anticipating it's not going to get 60 votes based on all the other information that we've seen going into all this. We've seen that Republicans have said they are not going to vote for this, so therefore they're not going to get the 60 votes that they need. Well, okay, so that's not necessarily a good thing, because we need a suspension to the debt ceiling. Otherwise, we could be looking at a catastrophic default across the entire country here in a matter of, well, less than 2 weeks, on October 18th or thereabout, which has been indicated by the Treasury Secretary, Janet Yellen. However, as something that came out that was completely unexpected, right out of left field, this is from Mitch McConnell. Mitch McConnell floated an idea and a proposal to actually raise or suspend the debt ceiling through November of this year, provided that Democrats will continue to move forward and use the reconciliation process to actually raise the debt ceiling on their own, or suspend the debt ceiling out until December of 2022. Now, this is something that Chuck Schumer and other Democrats have said they don't want to do, that they want to do this on a bipartisan basis, but yet Mitch McConnell's basically coming out saying, hey, I'm giving you guys an option right here. We will come together on a bipartisan basis. We will float this idea, we will float this proposal to keep the government funded and suspend the debt ceiling through November of this year. Not next year, no, this year. So basically he's going to give them about a month and a half or so to kind of get this thing figured out, and basically put a dollar amount on this to basically suspend the debt ceiling with a certain dollar amount that'll keep everything funded for pretty much the next month and a half, right? So basically, whatever that dollar amount comes out to be, I'm not sure what it is. It did not specify based on the information that I saw, but essentially, Mitch McConnell just wants to allocate a specific dollar amount and be like, there you go. You guys got about a month and a half. You better figure it out. Otherwise, we're going to have a major issue on our hands. So, yeah, this came out of left field. We were not expecting Mitch McConnell to do this, because he has vowed over and over that we will not be supporting suspending the debt ceiling. So we'll have to see how this whole thing shakes out today, and if Chuck Schumer will still bring this final vote today on the suspension to the debt ceiling through December of 2022. Now, maybe they're voting on it right here, right now, as I record this video. I'm not sure. But last report that I saw is that they would be voting later this afternoon on this. So maybe it's throwing down right now, right? I'm not really sure. But either way, I'll bring you those updates as we get them. But this whole proposal and this whole idea being floated by Mitch McConnell may actually be kind of the little twist that everybody needs right now, even though it's probably really irritating other people. We know that people in Congress, they typically do things just kind of, it almost seems like intentionally to irritate the other party, right? So this comes once again as no surprise that this is all thrown down right now. But either way, the point of the story is it would give Democrats all the time that they need to actually move forward with the reconciliation process and to get it all done within the next month and a half or so, to do it kind of independently on their own, just basically the Democratic Party alone by themselves through reconciliation, right? So anyway, that's the latest drama as of today out of Congress. So yeah, seriously, it's like a really bad soap opera every single day, but you never know. Sometimes some pretty interesting things come out, and you just honestly never know at what point somebody's going to introduce something or something's going to be passed that could really impact a lot of people. So that's why you got to pay attention to all this stuff. All right, one quick update on the stimulus package. This is actually some pretty good stuff. So previously, remember the last bit of drama that threw down late last week and over the weekend, where we had Joe Manchin coming out basically saying he's not going to go a penny above $1.5 trillion for the reconciliation bill. And we had other people like Pramila Jayapal coming out saying, well, sorry, but we're not going to do $1.5 trillion. It's going to be between $1.5 and about $3.5 trillion. And we have the president coming in with a range of about 1.9 to about 2.2 to 2.3 trillion dollars based on his most recent virtual call with the Democratic Party as of Monday evening. Now, that's the range that everybody's kind of sitting in right now. But yesterday, Joe Manchin came out and said, yeah, you know, I'm kind of open to going higher than $1.5 trillion. He said he's not going to rule anything out. So it's kind of like all over the place right now. Just a few days ago, he was saying, I'm not going above 1.5. That's pretty much a line in the sand. And now he's essentially saying, well, I'm not going to rule anything out, but essentially I'm open to going a little bit higher. Well, that may just be the music to the ears of all the Democrats who are looking at that potential package size around that $2 trillion mark, which is pretty much what the president has laid out, right? So yeah, a lot more throwing down. But I think what's probably on the table most importantly right now is probably this debt ceiling issue. Well, today anyway, but we're still seeing reports. In fact, I just came across it a short time ago, right before I started recording this video, that they are still hoping that they can hold final votes on these two packages later this week. We're already like kind of late in the week, right? I mean, we're kind of pushing late week already, right? We're already more than halfway through the week. So, like in the next 2 days, maybe over the weekend, are they thinking they want to bring these votes in? I'm not sure. They didn't specify, but according to what I've been reading, it says they still hope that they can bring the final votes on these packages this week. So, yeah, we're kind of running out of time again. I'm not saying they can't do it. They certainly can do it. But, you know, I feel like we're seeing a replica of last week playing out once again, right? Yeah, it's coming later this week. And all of a sudden you get to the end of the week and they're like, hey, just kidding. It's coming next week, right? So, yeah, anyway, certainly interesting how all this stuff plays out just pretty much every single day. I mean, it is changing so rapidly. As I've been saying so many times, like literally every day I say this, but things are changing what seems to be like on an hourly basis. I continue watching this stuff, and between each of my videos, it's like, wow, things are popping up left and right. There's new announcements, people making statements, there's new proposals, there's new ideas being floated out there. There's so much going on right now. It's like, yeah, you know what I mean? It kind of makes your head spin a little bit. So anyway, don't worry, you don't need to do the research. I will do all that for you. I read all this stuff. I boil it all down into these short videos, and I deliver them to you a few times a day to help you out in any way that I can. So again, subscribe down below. Don't worry, I'll continue watching all this very closely the rest of today and see how this whole thing shakes out. I honestly, I can't even imagine what's going to happen. I have no clue. Seriously, I think a lot of us are probably in the same position now. It's like, seriously, I have no idea what's even going to happen in the next hour or even the next 15 minutes, right? So anyway, don't worry. I'll bring all that to you as we get more information. Subscribe down below. Make sure to stay tuned with all the videos coming out, as there's a lot of stuff going on right now. And remember, this channel is your one-stop shop, and I am the one and only daily advocate, as I continue to say that all the time. And I'm the original, even though other guys try to steal that that and say that they bring it. Now, sorry guys, it's me, the one and only right here. So thanks again. I really appreciate your support. Stay safe out there. And don't worry, I'll continue to bring you all the latest updates. Enjoy your day. I'll catch you